Hi artists, welcome to Teacher Time. Today I'm going to show you how to take your practice drawing from your Mona Lisa project, where we did the brainstorming and the three details, your sketch or practice drawing, and how to transfer that onto your good copy piece of paper, where you currently just have your Mona Lisa picture and the easel that you drew around her. Today will actually be a little bit easier. You did all of the hard thinking and sketching and kind of planning things out last time when you did this drawing. So today, all you're going to do is basically redraw your shapes and lines and details just on this paper. That's why we spend so much time practicing. It's good to kind of plan, and if we made mistakes on this first piece of paper, it's really not a big deal. We get to figure all of that out there. And now you've had a chance to practice drawing yourself, drawing your details. So again, today should probably be a little bit easier. I'm going to adjust my screen. Before I do that, all you'll need for today's teacher time is going to be your practice drawing that you have, your good copy. If you have not attached your Mona Lisa with the easel yet, make sure to check out the video from the folder from last class. And you'll also just need your drawing material. You're going to use your pencil for drawing. Okay, so I'm going to adjust my screen so you can see my surface that I'm working on. Okay, so what you want to do is have your sketch close by. That way it'll be easy for you to transfer everything because the placement of everything is going to be the same. Okay, your proportion or sizing of things might be a little bit bigger since this paper is a little bigger, but not by much. So what I'm going to do is start out by drawing myself again. Again, we want to transfer how we drew ourselves using the lines and the shapes. So again, thinking about how to draw your head and neck, the torso, where you want to position your arms, if you want to have them gesturing or pointing to something, or if they're just down by your side. And again, just like in my practice sketch, I kind of ran out of room. I didn't really have enough room to draw my whole body. That's fine. Sometimes the artwork can actually look more interesting if you have some of it off of the page. When adding any hair to the top of your head, you want to make sure that you're using a shape instead of just drawing it on with your pencil. The reason that we do that is so that way when we do add color to them in the next few art classes, you can actually pick out a color for your hair instead of having the gray from the pencil show. Okay, so now I have myself in my picture. I have Mona Lisa. What I'm going to do now, right now both things are just kind of floating in space or on the paper. So what I want to do is draw that line. Again, that line is going to be kind of somewhere probably in the middle of your page, and that's just to show that your things are not floating in the air. Okay, now again, all I'm going to do is basically copy or transfer all the lines and shapes that I have on my paper. So my bookshelf. If there's any other details too, I had some students and we were talking in class how we started out by drawing our sketch, and then as we thought about it, we actually thought of another detail or more that we may want to add onto the good copy. You can absolutely do that. If you've thought of something else that would be another good clue to include in your picture, you may absolutely do that. Just find a spot where it will work. Okay, so I've had most of that filled in. I'm going to come over here to this space. It's still a little bit empty. I remember one of my details was the school bus, and I said I wouldn't see a full school bus inside a classroom, so I'm showing that peeking through the window as if they're in the bus loop. Now, you want to keep in mind as we did our sketching and as you're doing your drawing today, is that anyone that isn't looking at your brainstorming paper on the other side would be able to tell you where you took Mona Lisa by the details that you drew. That's why drawing these details were so important to kind of tell the setting or the story that you want to tell. Okay, and I think I'm going to shift my paper around here so I can see a little easier. I just have cabinets, I think, that are here on the countertop. Okay, so that is basically it. Taking your practice drawing and redrawing everything that you have. Again, just using your lines and shapes. Don't worry about adding any color at all. We'll get to that. We'll talk about that in the next couple art classes. But for today, just spend time redrawing everything, making sure everything is the right size and proportion, and then it looks okay to you. Remember to take your time. This is your good copy. And do your best. Have fun creating your setting where you're taking Mona Lisa.